Mamu akwa bane Zamfamra channel is be yes I share be mane our platform is why we didn't come up and so our platform way so National Sports Authority according to reports about Bonti I catch Kumasi Asando Kotoko say if you come on board now one CC babayara and you're fast and you're ready said you musipe because currently sike ni ho a ombetimi enso e dey ayese adwuma no edema Kumasi Asando Kotoko no abesi akan enso babayara sports stadium no so Kotoko IMC no seem to have taken a decision. According to the Martino, they seem to have taken a decision. Until the latest, no, the amount on this platform. Coach be afraid Walid name a tunufo. Coach be wafre Walid name a tunufo. I want no against agents ne one for no. Until mema when also details of that story no. Now once what me who said no mano, ya no anso asitie. Haso folk anso akache. Me kon medin komo kakra ho medical culture was the board satisfied with whatever is happening or Coach Didi Dramani in a short stint awanya match me fena ka haso folk nteno nso me kwakwa ko dimu nkomo ama won so what me hu said ensem no enso asitie ho ene other stories are eno enso ewo ha eno nso yebedi hu nkomo ni nan tu dia no so ne betena na yetimedi nkomo e platform ezo akiokun Benjamin Jamfini medi which my friend Ricardo over each and every single time and I'm about man no be din komo and so our platform is so net me who say no man and so we come say 0560 855 445 0560 855 445 open JC Papa ato fresh number no near ma obi say yeah replica na ope a player version a set of Jesus a boot na ope you na no fresh number na be hwe na yetimi and so anywhere din komo yetimi na kama pa and so etimi e dia ma na won so watimi ahu de we anoma no and to we ko na yenim komo no you see where House of Folk game on ball and so the team I friend no Heart of Lions are in the second game that they played in a CAF the Gaka top 4 no it was a new team, let me put it that way. It was a new team because a new team in the sense that they were the ball first game against Heart of Lions in the Home World Cup or change a lot of players in it. But you could still see that game that competition and everything and so your friend Didi Dramani. And he's taking this tournament as a tournament that audition in Yoma. He's taking the tournament to be a tournament that about the results. Even after the game, he said it. Said it's not about the results. It's about making sure find the wrongs in the team. No what team share, no what team who said this or team no going into the season proper. The same thing, and a head coach, I remember the Gold Stars. We needed to Kumaya Sanokotoko. And so can I say the result no enshada matasa. Result no enshada matasa. So if you look at how Neoma Enzo Ekwa, that is what he thinks. So the most important thing is that the team will get results. Results that Ebemo who say team no a hanye, yes, a fixie ha, yes, a yewe waha, yes, yes, waha. That is the most important thing. That is the result that he needs. Not about Osha 10, Osha 5, Osha 15. And that is how it's supposed to be. This tournament is not about winning the tournament. It's not about getting to win every single game. Mashewe 5, Mashewe 6, without knowing what is exactly wrong with your team. Because you won't get 100% perfect team. There is nothing like that. So you need such games. So what I say? So coaches need me know this uncommon. And it's the more reason why I feel that Coach Zito should get to give opportunities to the new players. For me, my reason there are issues with first game, because only 3 players when start here. But on a normal day, Kotoko team need that one. Obetuma Kotoko first 11. This all first 11 in that. You try some of the new players on board. No, Aziz more a Premier League game for Kumayas and Kotoko. So this is the time you throw him in. So what I say, Francis Aqua, we are Premier League game, but they are playing against a Premier League opposition. Tina makers or more Premier League game than Pama Asano Kotoko. But playing the top 4, he will get the Premier League experience that they feel because the Benny Gold Stars is a Premier League club, Heart of Lions is a Premier League club, House of Folk a Premier League club. Kamara Demba Mwamu House here in Yoma. So what I say? So you give the new players the opportunity to play. Go check Kuman's and go to first 11 against the Vienna Gold Stars in the top four, Gaka top four, the first game. Only 3 players and new players. Lord Adabo, Seth Kojo, and Shaibu. Pe and new players almost started here in the game. But that is not how it's supposed to be. You just give the opportunity to the new players because per training, so my no one may on the first level. And those first level, chunk of them are old players. So you give opportunity to the new players, they play, then you see how you can blend them with the old players. Maybe not my issue, no. I don't have, it's not about the results. And your results, me can't in the last video I did after giving the banner, in the 5 key observation that I observed. That is how I feel. Give the team name bad, but the team name bad, but give opportunities. Give opportunity to the new players. Let them play. Let them play. You can sit Kwame Poku out. You can sit Albert Amon out. You can sit Samba out. You can sit Asidu out. Because they are players that on a normal day, they are the starting players for Kumasi and Kotoko. So you sit them out. Because you know, say, Omono first level na don't go game. To Omono Tinanchen. Not sure with new players, with new players no go form about how they will be able to play. So what you say? So that is my issue with Coach Karim Zito. Apart from it's not about the results. Because again, new players in the boy and Omunya this result, none of the Kotoko fans will be complaining. None of the Kotoko fans will be complaining because they know say you're new players and you are trying new things. So what you say? So opportunity should be given to the players. If you a World Cup, the coach Didi Dramani the boy already a lot of changes in it. To let you know, say, or create healthy competition at the team. We understand it's a team, we are first team near the other. But if you create a healthy competition, it's something that is nice. And by creating a healthy competition, these are some of the games are there. Imagine a game as is the pony, Mikasa Kamara, as is the pony, Tuno, Shaibu Nane, Ebony 2, or the trainer Francis Aquamu. So what I say, AB as a career gym. In Finfi Hono, say he like a double more bobo. So what I say, I didn't move on crime book what and chain, but I'm what and chain, what ball, some of the new players, Philip and Mumu, the ball, Johnson, more ball, just to try the new players. Because you can't sign 13 players and only 3 will start in the game that a preseason tournament. Means that I cannot yes, yeah. So could the fans no pressure actually and obey the because so gata krana, you need to get the results for them. Gata now, they will expect you to get a result for them. But the most important thing is that correct wrongs at this point in time. We are preseason, because it's better to lose all the 3 games in the Gaka top 4 than to go 7 games without a win in the Premier League. Something that in recent times happened to Kumaras and Kotoko. So if you're able to lose, everyone said 3 games in this game, we'll lose here. It's better than to lose games like consistently 7 games, 4 games, 5 games in the league proper. That's not something that you expect. But it's a preseason tournament. So you try the new players. That is my issue with Coach Karim Zito. Try the new players. Let them get the feel of playing for Kumaras and Kotoko against a Premier League club. Games are about kept consistent more goals near that. It was against lower opponents. So you get the opportunity to try the new players against a tougher opponent in the shape of the Bebiani Gold Stars. Why don't you give them the opportunity to play? So that was my issue with Coach Karim Zito. And I'm sure he will work on it. And then he will come out good. Now, Bibia Timia Koyi, and the match my friend Kumajas and Kotoko. More on defense, Nechi, call results, and the fans from per results. And not dear. We are doing mope. But so we do a match now, yen my years, that's how we are preseason. Nsensem bebree beba to ate ase so that is how I sit here me issue am nya with Coach Karim Zito in that game and so na me ho nsem and so to anim odwumade ne so. It's unfortunate news for Kumasi and Kotoko, the young Porcupines, because omo atimi afrim Cheetah Cup nim. They started so well. They started by winning against House of Folk. They started the second game and they also won again. The ref fit him on boy, they won again, and then they lost in the 3rd game of the year tournament, and I feel in the 4th game, Omasan Lucy, Oma Lucy the tia yeah Salitas FC. I think they are from Burkina Faso. Yeah, Kumasi and Kotoko. Yeah, young porcupines, no. I Lucy against them. So that is the unfortunate thing. But these things, cheetah tournament now a present a tougher opponent in the shape of a down kolan football. So I think that bad for them to have lost in that game, no. And the area woman say back to back losses no manya. Apart from no, can share big deal be as idea, but back to back losses in the yard and there's another to losing matches in the and I think that they will get opportunity to psych the boys, psych them to a point where they will know say that this is what we want to do. If we want to get the team to the level that we want to get the team to, we need to be mentally tough. And I'm sure Hamza Obi will work on that because our game no getting to a point as a normal crime so into so what so these are tougher opponents. Obalu see their team. Salitas FC for Burkina Faso. I think that they are a very good team. And I think that they will work on that. Now be a team I come and you know, Oma free cheetah cup nim. Yeah, Oma free cheetah cup nim. And on the race, it almost 4 games. We need 2, lose 2. So that is the result and result in But now, yes, then they say Kotoko said they should come on board. No more to make Baba Yara ready for Africa. No. Na uti team na me catch on me say Metro TV Ghana report say 1 million Ghana cedis. No mo pese Kotoko. Any baby any go stars edeba. Na se wohwe mu a na se yesa me kobusa Madam Pat on PRO. Ma Ashanti region NSC. O say obo catch on so omra on board. Oman to sika bia din. But it's the same thing if you ask me because if say I'm quantify no one may Baba Yara no maybe do 1 million Ghana cedi which is 10 billion now. That is exactly what they are telling the clubs to pay. If they quantify now 1 cedi, that is exactly what you are telling the clubs to pay. But the truth of the matter is that when Kotoko play games at Baba Yara Sports Stadium, yet to move. So they should come on board and fix Baba Yara Sports Stadium. No movie say they will come and help fix Baba Yara. No more African no almost some games I sent to you. It's something that maintains here. Me personally, I don't get it. And I'm sure the me viewers also entias here. Because both games of Baba Yara are free. Because both games of Baba Yara are free. They pay money using the facility. So if they pay money in using the facility, now we are saying facility to a point that Kotoko will need it as soon as possible to play on African games. Yes, Kotoko coffee out, let's say that money, no, young fast as you can example, young case study. Now say yes, Kotoko 10 billion. Kotoko yes, no, we games almost at 1. It's something that I just want to understand because I'm in here. Because me rental facility now Jimmy's car now facility now say memra on board na me boa na ya me boa na we ya me sabe ejo facility bi me koye me program obesan Jimmy's car na. There's something that I'm asking but I'm highly informed say the IMC are not interested in that conversation. The IMC are not interested in that 10 billion CKS. America can't say, see, I said 10 billion. Kotoko will cough out, let's say, baby, 8 billion because baby any go stars, no, they don't care. Say, yeah, crash, say, you kumase. And they are not going to use Baba Yara for the season that on the ball. They'll be using Dance Park, baby. Any. The Baba Yara no is the CAF Champions League. And probably, I'm not saying says NBC. But probably they will play only 1 game per Baba Yara. Omre JS Kabil no say ABC ye Baba Yara to be 1 game per because ombo Kabil no to me win no me call manim. But possibilities of me win no a bit lower. This a me so why probably they will only play 1 game at the Baba Yara and you don't expect them to come and pay 5 billion for 1 game per. They won't do that. So they will accept to go to Accra Sports Stadium because some say Kobo no Accra for one to Accra, they won't spend 5 billion. So what I say? So me free baby any abes na koda Accra. Omo in and out. Omo hotels on better they no be enu 5 billion. Enu. So they won't cough out that money. So they will probably be paying maybe a 1 billion per. And the chunk of the money will be on Kotoko's shoulders. And who here na me just say Kotoko yes I anyway no be board games or baba yara on be san to omo na. It's a question that I'm asking because me ntia here. And I'm highly informed say the Kotoko IMC any interested in that conversation. They are not interested in that conversation because they believe that nah, what kind of thing is that? They are not interested and they are not going to pay. They will probably settle on Accra because Kotoko won't spend more than 8 billion in playing games with Accra. Probably they won't get their supporters. Said but they won't spend that kind of money. My name is American what you say. Until then, matter the IMC for no, they will meet and then they will take a final decision on that. But the final decision, Kotoko will opt to play in Accra. Yeah, they will opt to play in Accra because that's the kind of so Muntiano or what Nasi number so muye Mioma ya. That's the kind of so Muntiano is something that I check your mason. I want you to know who Muntiasi. A mecrana mentiasi, me am a chinchina, Yamana Metrias can mentiasi. I don't get it. Something that my parent tia di miskano. O say o pese because I want to use Baba Yara gidi chinchina I should cough out that kind of money because I want to use Baba Yara. They've taken a poster, if you ask me, because the Director General Bishia and some on the 31st of July. No? When they said, Kotoko Fono true many are there, Kotoko Fono Babeka said they wrote to them earlier, and they are saying, they want to play at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. So they want to tell Kotoko, say, okay, so once a chinchina more insist them more Baba Yara the end, that is exactly what they are doing. And I don't see any point in it. Kotoko shouldn't worry and bother themselves. They have to pay that money to air the NSA. How? Something that would rent me. Something that would rent me. My bejo car, some of the call baby, what Jimiska, another be a bejo bass, no what Jimiska, bejo bass, no what Jimiska. And I'm so bass now, I'm a painting, but some of the call baby. Now it's a bass, and I said I'm a bass with one person Nico. The chinchina can walk out and some bass no quad there. I should come and pay money in fixing the bass. Now me fixe bars ni we are. Me subsequent days I measure bars not for me. Normal routines and my normal duties now me. Are you going to take money from me? It's a question that I'm asking. My name say what the American say. So that is how I sit here. Kotoko won't pay that money. Kotoko won't pay. The INC won't pay that money. Yes, and then someone meditate. So kindly subscribe to the channel. Notification bell so that we answer whenever each and every single time. On Sabakan, what no, we are no man and Susie. If you could buy me a jump in the middle, the best I shall be macram.